Thank you for listening to the Tattness podcast on the Tattness Co. Network.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. A Mercedes kind of sentiment, luxury and trust in me to honor the free we all should be. It sees my sundial burst into yin and yang, right and left, me and you.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Tattness podcast. Thanks for checking us out yet again. And for those of you that are new, appreciate it, man. Alright, I wasn't going to do this. I wasn't going to give this that much attention. It didn't really bother me. It didn't really affect me in any way until today, where I was just like, alright, enough's enough of this shit. And when I had Shandy and Madison from the Chicken Hen Show on here, we kind of laughed about this bullshit. And we cracked up over this idiot that I don't know what this cat's deal is.
I really don't know either, and frankly, the only time you've showed me these videos, and the other night, I'm like, I'm just going to put it on just to listen to the sheer stupidity of it. This guy is clearly lost his mind, to say the least.
He's like a fucking bipolar alcoholic. One day, he talks all this shit about he hates everybody, and then the next fucking day, he's trying to, tell people to fucking help other people, and blah, 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 blah. Tries to give people advice on podcasts and shit like that when his is garbage. It's fucking not even a podcast. It's trash. Okay, so... It's
a hobby, you could say the least.
Right.
If even. Not. Well, he does live videos, really. There is no set platform or shows that we can even see.
No, and all his shit is on all these different platforms, like Anchor and all these garbage platforms. And he has no following whatsoever. So, you kind of pointed out, this motherfucker is just a walking, talking fucking contradiction.
He is.
Like, nonstop. Every fucking sentence that comes out of this clown's mouth, he contradicts himself.
Yes, he does.
Immediately. And, people are probably thinking, you shouldn't pick on this idiot and whatever. I wouldn't. Until I got tired of the fact that I watch him shit all over these people's work. And one of my buddies is promoting something. Okay, this takes place in a Facebook group, of all things. That's called Promote Your Podcast. So, personally, I use it to fucking scout for shows that I want to add to my network. Because there's some good fucking talent out there that just hasn't been found yet that deserves an opportunity.
Yep.
So I check it out, and, I'm not an egotistical motherfucker. I know that as much of a fucking listener base as I have, there's still people out there that have not heard my show, so why not it's a good place to grow.
Yeah.
Pick up a few more listeners, why not? Who doesn't want that?
Exactly.
So, this motherfucker, puts motherfuckers down. And he gets in this group. He does these live fucking videos on Facebook Live. All of 5 fucking people watch the shit. Some people will jump on later down the road, and then he's like, "Oh, I have all these listeners and this bullshit."
No, he doesn't.
You have a Facebook page that has 18 people. At last I saw, it was 10 people that actually liked the fucking thing.
Oh.
So yeah,
dropped.
real famous, bro. So he gets on this shit, right?
Yeah.
And he starts putting cats down, saying that, they're spending all this unnecessary money on equipment and things of that nature, and then says, he's so good, I don't need high-quality equipment and fancy shit. I just use my phone, my little fucking tablet, whatever.
And his little headset.
Right. This motherfucker has a Patreon account asking people for their hard-earned money to buy better equipment. So, contradiction, right?
Yes. Number one, main thing, saying people spend money that I don't need to, but yet you're asking people to fund your show for and equipment.
And here's what gets me, right? Is he thinks he's such a big deal because a few people watch his fucking dumpster fire videos.
Yeah.
And he thinks, for some reason people watch it. The reason is, motherfucker, everybody loves to see a good train wreck. Everybody loves to see a fool make an ass of themselves. And you do it fucking better than most.
He does. Like I say, what does this idiot have to say today? Like
this dude gets on the air on Facebook Live in a group of over 10,000 people, drinking his ass off, gets fucking drunk, and starts talking about his stepdad's a fucking child molester.
My daddy was a strict disciplinarian. When we done wrong, he'd strip us butt naked, lay us out in the sun, and cover our bodies with bacon, lean bacon.
What the fuck? Raging dumpster fire.
Yeah, that's like, fuck. Keep that off the air, please. Like, I'm sure his family's super friggin' embarrassed.
They don't listen to his shit.
Well, if it did get word out, it's my God.
I can't help but think that that's why he's so fucking salty, is because, Daddy wouldn't put out. Maybe he picked everyone but him. Fucking always the bridesmaid, never the bride. You know what I'm saying? So, fucking maybe he's got some issues about that needs some resolving.
Yeah.
But then he gets on one weekend. It was funny as shit. He chain smokes like a motherfucker, and he's drinking on every fucking video, and that's daily.
Yeah, and he has, I've noticed it too. He has 5+ tall boys in one sitting, and this is maybe about an average of an hour video. I'm like,
he's sitting there double fisting, man, drinking 2 beers at once, and then on a weekend, fucking gets on and starts having the audacity. This motherfucker had the nerve to try to start giving people health advice.
Fuck off.
Oh my God. Yeah, I remember that one.
Oh yeah. And then the other night claiming he could make $100,000 from being on the radio and shit.
Bullshit.
Motherfucker, if you could make $100,000 doing radio because you think you're so fucking slick and you're so talented, and they would just jump on having you on the radio. Why the fuck do you work in a call center, my dude? Come on now. Something smells like bullshit to me.
Yep.
And then he calls people scam artists for whatever fucking reason he was going on about. And then admits to lying to Amazon. He claims that he fucking tells them that his headset's defective, so they'll just send me a new one for free, and then I have 2.
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck?
Right?
Because I'm like, you're flat out admitting and telling people, the little tip to get some free shit. No, that is stealing.
And my personal favorite so far is that he claims, I've already made it, you just don't know who I am yet, you never heard of me yet. The motherfucker's got a profile picture of fucking his shoes with multiple holes in them. So if that's your idea of making it, I guess I'm doing it wrong. All the fucking wealth that I've accumulated from, the things I've done, I guess I had it all backwards.
Oh my goodness. So you need holy shoes to be successful.
And I have to do my show out of a shitty fucking shed because I can't produce a studio to save my life, to fucking do it in.
Good Lord.
And the funniest thing is he calls people who are in a promote your podcast group thirsty for fucking promoting their podcast.
But that's the purpose of the group.
Not to mention the fact he's in the fucking group.
Yeah. And where is he posting his live videos? In that group.
Yeah, and then sits there, proceeds to do a 2-hour video begging motherfuckers to blow up the comments because he's so desperate for attention.
And he gets maybe 1, maybe 2, depending on who's on. He has a couple, dick riders.
Oh, yeah. There's a couple of fucking fanboys that kiss his ass because they don't like confrontation. They don't want to be roasted any further than they already have been. So now they're sucking his dick. And I'm sure he loves it because he's got some tendencies there.
To know a man, to really know a man, you have to get deep into the interior of his skivvies.
Says he doesn't give a fuck if nobody listens to his podcast, yet he's in a group for promoting your fucking podcast.
Yep.
And tells people, that they'll never make it because they don't put in enough work. They don't fucking do what needs to be done. And then says he doesn't take notes. He doesn't edit his shit because it sounds like too much work. And then tells people that they're fucking morons for wasting time editing.
Wow.
What an idiot.
Yeah. You got a bright future ahead of you, kid.
Well, the thing is, too, you could polish a turd as long as you want, and it's still going to be a turd.
It's still going to be a piece of shit at the end of the day. Oh, yeah. He tries to give advice to people on podcasting while admitting at the same time in the same sentence that he doesn't have any listeners.
But he just said he made it.
Right. So if you fucking made it while you working in a call center.
And say, you made it, you would have all those listeners, but you just said you don't.
Right. And he sits on this fucking little fucking garbage video. And he's like, fuck it, I'm going to make someone famous today by talking about their show. How in the fuck are you going to make anyone famous when you have no listener base, you have no followers, no connections to anyone that can fucking make someone famous, and no one's ever heard of your fucking bitch ass before beyond the fucking Facebook group?
Wow.
Explain that to me.
That's just like, Facebook famous, if even.
It's
not viral.
Right. I wasn't even going to say shit about this. I was going to leave it alone because I don't give a fuck.
But, like you said, he crossed the line.
Well, it's just, I fucking don't understand the stupidity when a dude that I know is promoting his fucking new project that he's got going on. And this motherfucker is the first to jump in the comments saying he seems thirsty. And it's like, it's called promoting and advertising. Every fucking successful company does that. So I told my boy, I was like, hey man, don't let some broke as fuck motherfucker try to tell you how to conduct business. Because they obviously don't know shit. So I guess all these successful companies that are still advertising, that still have commercials on the air, must be thirsty too. It's not that they know what the fuck they're doing and how to generate business, which is what keeps them going. You know, people got bills to pay. So you're going to let some fucking homeless looking motherfucker in a shed with a fucking tablet and a phone telling people that he made it because he's in a drunken fucking stupor tell you that you're thirsty because you're fucking promote. If you weren't in the same fucking group seeing it, you know what I'm saying? So what the fuck are you doing in a promote your podcast group if promoting your podcast makes people thirsty? Fucking clown.
Oh, jeez.
You know, and getting on that, talking about being thirsty, he calls everyone fucking thirsty. This fucker, when he gets on a video and he happens to be like in the same room or house or building or whatever the fucking case, the odd time with his girlfriend, this broad is the most fucking thirsty, attention-seeking son of a bitch I have ever seen in my life. Constantly sticking her fucking head in the video, waving at the fucking camera, and then putting her stupid fucking two fingers up behind his head with this rabbit ears bullshit like it's 1992 and that shit's relevant again. And it's like, could you be any fucking more annoying?
Oh my god, yeah, like, fuck out of here. We can't stand either one of you.
You're both attention-seeking, and he's got to put these fucking videos together, like, daily.
Maybe a couple times a day, I've noticed.
Yes, they're definitely the most attention-seeking motherfuckers I have ever seen in my fucking existence.
It's like, God.
Sitting there calling other motherfuckers thirsty.
But it's like, what are you doing? Go get a fucking life and maybe pay attention to that poor woman.
Yeah, and again, the bipolar fucking thing of, you know, one day he hates everybody, the next lectures you on why you should help people. And then says, because of one bad experience he had, he'll never help anyone ever again.
Wow.
So, could you continue to contradict yourself any further? Fuck. Like, some people just love hearing their own fucking voice and they don't realize how cringy it is to everyone else. And I love he gets on there talking about, I got $1 billion voice. I've got $1 billion voice, you guys. Yet,
his voice is not $1 billion. I'm going to tell you from this, sometimes I hear it. It's so annoying. It's like nails on a fucking chalkboard.
I got $1 billion voice, but I'm broke as fuck. Never made a dime off that fucking voice. My show don't get no traffic, and I'm working a fucking call center, taking shit from bosses that I can't stand, and taking shit from customers, and then coming home so miserable that I have to chain smoke and drink my fucking ass off and put down other people's hard work because it makes me feel better. Yeah, $1 billion voice, my ass. Tell that to the fucking holes in your shoes, my dude. You know, and it was funny. Some people may remember the show where I had said, I have this habit, I have this tendency of, when someone says something profoundly fucking stupid, I need to see the profile. I need to see if they look as fucking stupid as they sound. Because they always do, right? And, you know, there's just that, like, fucking level of stupidity that comes out of someone's mouth.
Oh, yes.
That you just know when you look at them, you're going to be like, what the fuck happened here? You know
like,
what I mean?
Oh,
who raised you? Right?
Raised in a barn.
So he heard that show, and he comments and says, yeah, you know, I don't know if I'd do that. You know, sometimes you don't want to know. So I don't think I'd go that far. And then proceeds to fucking listen to a podcaster, hear his voice, and say, you know, I'm curious about this guy. I'm going to look up his profile and see if he's a good-looking dude, because he sounds like he might be. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? The fuck is that?
Tendencies there, I would say.
Yeah, and that's fine, but don't fucking
okay, well, I gotta ask
around.
you this. Does any straight male say, I'm gonna see how handsome this dude is?
Not that I know of.
Well, yeah, that doesn't seem like something a heterosexual male would do.
Right, and hey, man, I got nothing against the gay community.
Oh, I don't either, but just
own it.
Exactly.
You know?
Just, yeah, own it. If you're bi, gay, whatever, just don't try and hide it.
Oh, and then claims, like, I'm not trying to make myself look popular, but every fucking video now, stop sending me friend requests, you guys. Like my page instead. Okay.
What friend requests?
If you're going to call motherfuckers out by name in the comments, but, why would you not call them out by name in these alleged friend requests you're getting? Mm-hmm. It's probably bots and spam like we all fucking get.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, and then claims, I don't promote my podcast. I don't promote my show. I never talk about my show. Yet makes it a point to mention that he doesn't talk about his show every fucking video, which is virtually talking about your show.
Oh my god, yes.
So, could you be fucking more stupid? You sound like an idiot.
Clearly.
He looks like fucking, the retirement years have not been good to Mr. Clean. Like, it's fucking terrible.
Oh my god.
Fucking gray, scraggly ass fucking strips in his beard and everything else.
And he's younger than you.
I'm thinking, this guy's probably in his 40s at this point and has, life's kind of been rough. And then says he's 34. 3 fucking years younger than me. And I got people fucking telling me there's no way I'm 37. So, I don't have a fucking single gray yet. And I don't have a problem with grays, but for fuck's sakes, man, at 34, when you got a fucking whole strip of them in your beard, it kind of shows that your habits are not healthy. Mm-hmm. And obviously there's some stress in your fucking life. Mm-hmm. And then he was ripping into this one guy for posting his shit and saying, some of you guys, man, you think you're fucking famous and shit because you're getting some comments on your video and whatever, but nobody's watching the shit. You're just click famous. Well, motherfucker, you're trying to be Facebook famous, so who the fuck are you talking about?
Exactly.
What a hypocritical motherfucking joke,
Mm-hmm.
And it was funny, in the same show talking about, he's like, oh, fat people, this and that, and what have you. Saying that they're fat, they can't move without running out of breath. Mm-hmm. And then he says, I smoke like a motherfucker, and I can still run 6 miles, no problem, without running out of breath. And then like a minute before that, though, he's fucking saying, during this rant, I'm going to break it up a little bit and take pauses, because I'm,
Gotta catch my breath.
I gotta catch my breath. You can't even talk.
So how the fuck are you going to run 6 miles?
Sitting in a fucking lawn chair. You can't even fucking talk without running out of breath, but you're going to run 6 motherfucking miles without running out of breath.
Yeah, okay.
I got to call all sorts of bullshit on that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's because, common sense still does exist. And that's the thing, right? I know common sense is a dying fucking art form.
Yeah.
But I have to think this motherfucker doesn't believe his own bullshit. That if the right person heard me, then I could make $100,000 right now doing radio. They would fucking jump all over that shit. And I'd be like, nah, I want $500,000 because I know my worth and whatever. You work in a fucking call center. If you were so confident you believed your own bullshit, you'd be applying for fucking... But of course, that lame excuse of, but I don't want none of that. I'm not interested. Yeah.
Then what?
Okay, I'm sure you love sitting on fucking public transit, going to your shitty fucking job.
Which you hate so much, you made it very clear.
You've made it abundantly clear you hate your fucking bullshit call center job, and I can't say I fucking blame you. Mm-hmm. You're fucking 34 working in a call center, talking about $1 billion voice. Well, what the fuck have you done with it then? How come it hasn't made you a motherfucking dime? You gotta be begging other motherfuckers for free money on Patreon to get you some equipment that you think other people are suckers for having. Because you claim you don't need it, but yet you want to fucking ask people for their hard-earned money for it. So, common sense may be dead, but it ain't nobody that stupid that they fucking believe that they could leave their shitty call center job any day. And no disrespect to people that work call center jobs, because y'all got bills to pay. Mm-hmm. But this motherfucker shitting on that job, talking about how shitty it is, and then fucking says, oh, I could do radio. I have a fucking $1 billion voice, and I could fucking do radio and make $100,000 easy. Then why the fuck aren't you doing it?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then, here's the thing, too, that was great. He rides Joe Rogan's dick so hard.
Yeah.
Fucking talking about, Joe Rogan talks about, being the hero of your own story and shit. So don't sit on your ass waiting for things to happen for you. So you just fucking said that
you're not going to go and pursue your aspirations.
You're saying if the right person heard your fucking so-called show, you could be doing radio right now for $100,000. Isn't that fucking waiting, sitting on your ass waiting for something to fall into your lap rather than pursuing it and being that fucking hero of your own story, right? Get the fuck out of here. And then he's talking shit about this poor guy, saying that, he's spamming, he's thirsty, he's desperate.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, you just said, don't sit on your ass waiting for things to happen for you. And then you put this cat down for doing just that. Instead of sitting on his couch hoping to be discovered, he's putting himself out there, showing his art, putting his product out there. And just because it's not for you doesn't mean it's not fucking good.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of fucking very successful movies out there that I personally can't stand. Does that mean they are fucking trash?
No, it's just not for you.
I could hate the fucking shit. It could be a fucking multi-trillion-dollar fucking, industry, fucking success. And I could be like, it's garbage. I don't like it. But I'm not fucking stupid enough to think that because I hate it so much,
that everyone else is going to hate it
that
too.
It's not successful, that it's not good. So he literally contradicts himself, calling this poor guy out for promoting his shit, saying, fucking, you're putting yourself out there all the time and you're blowing people's shit up with spam posts and this, that, and the third. But then criticizes people for sitting on their ass just waiting for things to happen for them, waiting to be discovered, rather than taking the reins and fucking doing what they need to do.
And taking the risk.
Right. You know what I mean? So, this cat's doing just that, but this selective motherfucker, it's only okay in his view for some people to do it. But when other people do it, it annoys him.
Oh, fuck.
You know what I mean? And here's the thing about this motherfucker. He is so, salty towards people that are doing big things.
Oh, yeah.
Because he fucking even says he doesn't listen to podcasts. You know what I mean? So then what do you fucking care, and why are you in a promote your podcast group fucking telling people to give you links to their show so you can listen to it?
You're not going to.
Because you want to roast them on your fucking show, because that's the only fucking way. To bribe people with giving them feedback on their show is the only fucking way they're going to pay any attention that you so desperately need.
And give you a listen.
Yeah, for your stupid little videos. Because otherwise you're talking to your motherfucking self, and you know that. It's pretty sad. I've never had to, I'll do this show right now because it needs to be done. You know what I mean? I'll call this fucking tool out because he's an idiot. And I don't like stupid people. He's listened to my show and he never said a negative thing about it, and I don't give a fuck. I'm not a little fucking fanboy bandwagoner. I don't give a fuck if you kiss my ass. I'm still going to call you out when you deserve it. So, fuck him. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You have to fucking... I never in my life had to gimmick my shit out by roasting people's shows and their hard work and what they consider their art form in order to get people to listen to me. I never had to be all controversial and fabricate fucking my opinions or tear people down just so people love to hate me so much that they'll listen to my shit.
No.
I've never had to resort to something so cheap.
That's just the lowest of the low.
Right. You know what I mean? So, this fucker realizes the only way that he's going to get any attention is by having people watch his videos because they're thinking, who the fuck does this tool think he is? He calls himself a fucking hobo. But yet you made it, right? You claim you made it.
What the fuck? Isn't his email even hobo something? Or his show's called The Hobo Show?
He probably just didn't know how to spell homo. So, fucking... But claims he can read so well. You got these tendencies, my dude, fucking always want to check out other guys' profile pictures and shit like that to see if they're handsome or not. So, hey, man, to each their own. Nothing wrong with that. I ain't mad at it, but...
Own it.
Own it. Stop fucking putting people down and claiming that, you're super hetero and this, that, and the third. And, and then he ignores his girlfriend to do these videos because he's so desperate for attention.
Which is sad. Like I said, pay attention to her.
I couldn't imagine ignoring a woman that I think is appealing or, that I claim that I love to check out other guys' profile pictures to see if they're handsome.
Oh, God. I actually kind of feel bad for her. I kind of hope for her own sake she's kind of looking elsewhere. I mean, I don't wish anyone's relationship to go to shit, But he's clearly neglecting her. And it's like, so even in some of his videos, she would call and be annoyed and that he pushed her aside. And in his last video we both watched together, he admitted to not listening to her.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
when she
what
talks.
a fucking dick.
Yeah, flat out tells her, like, I don't listen to you when you talk. I zone out and I start thinking about other shit. And it's like, yeah, like guys' asses.
Oh.
Other dudes' profile pictures. I wonder if that guy's as handsome as he sounds.
Yeah, I'm just saying, so for her own sanity, I hope she, flies the coop.
Fucking, some people just deserve each other. You're both so attention-seeking, it's fucking pitiful. And it's sad to see. Mm-hmm. But how in the fuck are you going to give people health advice, man? Come on.
Yeah, like you said, the drinking, the smoking, and, saying, oh, when I was thinner. It's like, no, you're still fat. I'm sorry. Please understand, I'm not trying to, shame anyone's body in that, but it's like, the way you look and present yourself and your habits, you're the last person I'd be listening to for health advice.
It's like the personal trainer argument all over again.
It is.
If they're fucking not even remotely looking like they're interested in working out, why would I take their advice?
Exactly. And then
Congrats, you read a textbook. I could do that too.
Anyone can, or just pull up Google and punch in some letters, and there you go.
And, I mean, obviously, I don't need trainers. I do my own thing. Mm-hmm. And, you know what I mean? I'm fucking 265 of muscle. I don't fucking need a personal trainer that looks like they're 110 pounds and never lifted a weight before. Hey, I get your money, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at it. Earn that paycheck, whatever.
Yes.
But don't expect me to fucking take your advice for a few grand a month when I can do my own damn thing and do it better than any shit you're gonna fucking tell me to do. Fuck that noise.
Yep.
So this guy fucking wants to give people all this health advice. And I'm like, you're sitting there drinking beer and chain smoking, telling people how to be healthy? Are you fucking for real? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like, this is the most ridiculous fucking shit. And I don't care at all. He's never said a fucking thing negative about me, and that's fine. You know what I mean? But when you start shitting on every single other motherfucker out there, you gotta understand, whether you like something or not, this is someone's art form, and they're fucking sensitive about their shit.
Yeah. Unless it's constructive. Don't say anything. Don't be a fucking cunt.
Yeah, you can give all the constructive criticism in the world without being a piece of fucking shit about it. Mm-hmm. But if that's your shtick, because you're so fucking in need of a gimmick to get over and fucking get people to listen to your garbage, that's fucking pathetic.
It is.
And I hope these people really consider the source and just say, you know what, I ain't even mad about it. I'm not bothered by it. Fuck him. Mm-hmm. Because I have listeners, whether he likes the show or not, and he doesn't. So fuck this clown. So anyone that takes it to heart, man, I know it's hard to fucking not, when someone shits on your art. Because you put time and energy into it.
And you're passionate about it.
Yeah, that's why you're doing it. Because if you're not making fucking money off of it, you know what I'm saying? Then, because not a lot of us do. Some of us do. Others fucking will never fucking make much. Mm-hmm. And if they do, it's just a little bit of pocket change from sponsorships that, don't want to pay much. Mm-hmm. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But, some people do what I'm doing. Like, I got my own fucking business. I promote my business. I have my own show. I've made it already. I've done, so much shit that people know who the fuck I am. But I still don't assume that everyone does. I always assume nobody fucking knows who I am. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're not alienating your audience. You got to treat everyone like this is their first time listening, because it very well could be. And I don't like them feeling lost or out of the loop, or like that there's all this inside shit that they're not privy to. Because then they feel excluded, they feel alienated, and they're not going to want to go back and listen to your shit to get caught up. Why should they have to? So I don't believe in that, and I don't believe in coming across like you have this massive ego, like everyone should know who the fuck I am by now. Come on now. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of fucking people that are successful out there, and not everyone's going to know your name. So I just think it's funny as shit that this motherfucker claims he's made it already. You just never heard of him. Okay, you're using a tablet and a fucking cell phone, an Anchor.
Oh my gosh. Shall you continue?
You have a Patreon begging people for fucking money to buy equipment that you tell other people they don't need. That sounds like jealousy to me.
It does.
That just sounds like you're being salty, like a little bitch, because other people are doing well and you're not. So you have to tear them down to make yourself feel like fucking they're not as much more successful than you than they actually are. You are fucking bitter. Period. Mm-hmm. and you feel the need to put people down so you can feel a little bit better, so your fucking attention-seeking girlfriend will admire you a little more. And, you know what I mean? Because it seems like that's what it is.
Yeah.
When she's in the fucking room, in the vicinity, when he's doing the videos and shit, that's when the fucking, I'm world renowned in this bullshit and that bullshit. Motherfucker, you got like 10 listeners. Simmer down. Mm-hmm. When you got the kind of listeners from the countries and shit that other people's shows, like my fucking show and other people's shows, have fucking reached, then you start talking about being worldwide and all this other crap.
Yep.
But until you're getting fucking countries that you've never even fucking heard of.
Shut the fuck up.
You know what I'm saying? You have like a couple people from another state that just like to hear you fucking shit the bed. You know what I mean? Because it's fucking hilarious. Mm-hmm. You are literally a textbook example of what not to do if you want to make it.
Oh, yeah.
This dude gets up to take a piss because he thinks he's Joe Rogan. You're in a fucking shed on Facebook Live. You do not fucking, you can't afford to be getting up to take a leak.
And you don't have anyone to, like, carry on the conversation while you do so. And how many times in a video does this man go to take a piss?
I mean, well, drinking that much fucking beer.
He's like a fucking camel.
What do you expect?
Yeah.
Here I am, I got my own network. I've got fucking all these shows on the network. I got the Chicken Hen with S&M show, which I love. Mm-hmm. That podcast is dope. I got In the Dice Box. I thought that's a fucking dope show. It's very unique.
Raw and Order.
Raw and Order is amazing, you know, and I just signed Basement Bullshit, which I dig. And I got other fucking entries that may be coming onto the network.
So stay tuned.
So I'm stoked about that. But once in a while, I just like to see a train wreck. So I'll fucking see that, oh, here we are again. He's live. Let's see what kind of bullshit this motherfucker's going to spew today. Mm-hmm. And it's just hilarious that it's like the delusion of somebody is so fucking hilarious to me.
It's hilarious, but it's like somewhat sad. Like, I feel bad. It's like, buddy, people are laughing at you, not with you.
There was a time when I felt bad for his ass, and then, you know, he started to try to come across like he's a halfway decent guy. But you know, that lasts about a day. And then,
if even.
And then the next fucking video comes out, and he's just literally picking fights with people, calling people out for no fucking reason, and shitting on people's shows. People aren't giving him links anymore because they don't want to hear his fucking opinion. So now he starts just finding links in the group and just picking on them because he thinks he can. And it's like, here's the fucking hilarity of it all. When he finds a show that's actually good, he cuts it short because, you know, he claims...
It hurts his ego.
Right. He claims, well, there's nothing fucking, you know, for me to talk about there. So let's find a show that sucks. No, you don't like the fact that you're kind of accidentally playing for people what shows should sound like. Mm-hmm. Instead of your fucking telling people, I'm going to go take a piss and fucking leave them viewing a empty lawn chair while they listen to other people's fucking shows.
Accompanied by the sounds of dogs barking, helicopters, cop cars. Oh, my God.
Everything under the sun.
Yeah.
And it's like, but I don't need to edit. Yeah, because that's what people want to hear.
Oh, my gosh.
You want to fucking think one day you're going to be the next Joe Rogan. He doesn't fucking have all that bullshit in the background.
No, he doesn't.
And he can afford to get up and take a leak during his fucking show because he's already fucking made it 10 times over. Mm-hmm. He doesn't fucking need to explain himself to anybody.
No.
When you have like, what is it, 17 point some odd million fucking followers.
You could do whatever you want.
Yeah, and no one's mad at it. You ain't there. You don't even have 17 followers, motherfucker.
Let alone 100.
Right. And how sad is it, honestly, to have a show that sucks so terribly that the only way you can get listeners is by playing other people's fucking shows?
That's really sad.
That doesn't make your show good, dude. That makes motherfuckers interested in those people's shows.
Well, yeah, because I'd hear it and I'd be like, fuck this guy. I'm going to check out this person's shit. And he's just so rude to some of these people. My God, I think there was one. It was a woman. I don't remember the name of it in that, but I guess she was a pastor. And maybe she had some social work experience. I really don't remember it. And she's sharing some personal details about being strong after a separation for her son and that. He's just cutting her down. I'm like, oh my God, could you be any more ruder?
Yeah, well, you know, miserable motherfuckers do miserable motherfucker things, right?
And to go along with that, you've noticed this as well. He just hates on any female-based podcasts.
Yeah.
Like, just immediately just cuts them down, like saying one woman had a fat chick voice.
Yeah, I can't even think of one show that was female-based.
That he had something positive to say.
Right, so maybe it's that tendency rising up again.
Maybe, but she's just a hateful person.
Right, and it's like, when you do something worth listening to, then by all means, motherfucker, trash people's shit.
And I mean, the stuff wasn't that bad. Like I said, the one lady, I just spoke about, it was actually pretty decent. I'm like, man, like, it was deep. And he's just calling her a stupid twat and everything. It's like,
fuck him.
God.
It's really funny. And then when somebody does say, hey, I happen to like that clip of that show you played, so now I follow them and I listen. Doesn't this piece of shit try to take credit for it?
What?
Oh, yeah. He's like, see, you wouldn't have had that listener if it wasn't for me playing your shitty podcast.
Oh, fuck out
Motherfucker, you wouldn't have half these listeners if it wasn't for you playing their so-called shitty podcast. Because your material's so garbage that you have to play other people's.
He's relying on other people.
Just to get a fucking bit of attention, you have to play other people's shit. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying your motherfucking name, because I'm not going to let you be known outside of that fucking group. That's where you belong. Keep your attention seeking within that fucking group, man.
Yeah, please don't spread it anywhere else.
Hell no. But this motherfucker trying to tell people, I'm going to make somebody famous today. You might want to make it you, motherfucker, because ain't nobody ever heard of you. So.
Oh my gosh. And didn't he as well said he was going to do a tournament in that between podcasts? What the fuck happened to that?
Oh yeah, that got brought up again yesterday. I was like, wasn't that supposed to be like a week ago?
I thought it was almost damn near a month.
I don't know. Who fucking knows anymore? The guy hasn't mentioned it in over a week, and then all of a sudden it's back on. It's like, wasn't that supposed to be Monday like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, well, he has the attention span of a walnut.
Well, that's just it, right? He talks shit about other people's show, and mainly about their content. He's always like, you can edit all day and have the best of equipment, but your fucking content sucks. And then he fucking can't even stay on topic in his own fucking so-called show because he fucking doesn't keep any fucking notes or anything else and drinks so fucking much that his mind is all over the fucking place.
Oh yeah, he's intoxicated.
So nobody fucking knows what you're talking about. But you're going to talk about other people's content. Really? Are we really going to... Is that a thread you really want to pull on, motherfucker?
Oh my gosh.
Because by the looks of your clothing, you shouldn't be pulling any motherfucking threads.
Dude's going to be naked any minute if you
can't
do that.
Fucking afford to be getting no more holes in your bloody clothes.
Oh, and your shoes. My
so
God.
I suggest you start looking up what made it means and fucking start pursuing that. Or I've been doing it fucking wrong because, I don't have holy fucking clothes and people know who the fuck I am and listen to my show. And I don't do it from a shed either. And this motherfucker trying to say, you guys, you have an advantage over me. It's like a handicap because if I had a fucking studio myself, I'd blow you guys out of the water. And I'm like, here he goes again, talking about wanting to blow guys. Fuck.
Oh, dear.
Like, give me a break.
The innuendos are strong with this one.
You just fucking flat out said that all the equipment in the world and fancy studios and everything else don't fix shitty content, and you're fucking right. And your content is absolute fucking dumpster fire trash. Mm-hmm. And you think a studio is going to change that?
No.
Motherfucker, come back to reality with the rest of us. It's really not so bad.
I don't think he wants to.
Oh, and then puts it out there, I got a DWI, so I don't drive, man. I fucking get on the bus and go to my shitty job, and then talk shit about the people on the motherfucking bus.
There were some retarded people on the bus today.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
If some fuck gets on a bus with holes in his shoes talking shit about me, like, I ain't gonna be on that motherfucking bus anyway, sorry. But, no disrespect to y'all that take buses, but, I mean... If some motherfucker gets on a bus talking shit about you while his fucking toes are coming through the bottom of his shoes and shit, are you really gonna fucking take that seriously?
No.
Oh, fuck this clown.
Oh my goodness. And I remember too, this idiot was filming one of his videos outside at, I guess at the smoking area where his job
is. Work.
And then he's like pissed off because this landscaper's doing his fucking job
right.
with the leaf blowers. Like, oh, I wish he'd shut the fuck up. That's so annoying with that. Well, why are you recording in a public place where the man's trying to do his fucking job?
You're just fucking mad because he makes more money than you.
He does.
He's technically at your workplace making 6 times more than you because he's a landscaper, not a fucking dickhead with a headset that thinks he's got $1 billion voice that nobody can fucking stand listening to.
Oh my god, I remember, like, one of the videos was on, and I'm like, okay, that's enough idiot for today. I think I'm losing brain cells.
Yeah, you literally feel yourself getting fucking stupider by the moment, listening to the dumb shit that comes out. But then it becomes a fucking game of, like, drink every time he contradicts himself. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker said he was going to turn my show into a drinking game. Every time he says fuck, take a shot. And then what's he do? The whole time he's talking about anybody's show, literally every sentence, there's at least an F-bomb in there. So it's like, really? Again with the, hypocritical bullshit? That's funny. Mm-hmm. At least I don't care. Like, I make it known. I'm well aware. I'm self-aware. There's times I pull the reins back a bit and I'm like, damn, I need to edit some of that out because there's way too many. Mm-hmm. I'm fully aware.
Yeah.
Are you aware that your show sucks? Are you aware that people are watching it to fucking feel better about their lives because yours is such a disaster? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's just pitiful. Anyways, let's take a pause for the cause for a minute. Put an ad out there to pay some bills.
All right.
Health, travel, finance, parenting, and home improvement. This is the Suburban Folk Podcast.
$250 a month into my child's $529 from the month that they start kindergarten. I should be able to pay for 80% of my child's college.
Because I don't trust that most people will eat their vegetables. So usually our kind of standard is 3 servings of vegetables per meal.
You take something like a 2x6 and you cut it with a circular saw. That's like a superpower.
Those middle school years are not as fun, but at that age, they're still willing to talk to you.
This is Greg with the Suburban Folk Podcast. Who says life in the suburbs is easy? There's finances, home maintenance, kids, and our health and sanity to think about. Join our weekly conversations where we talk to experts in all things that suburbanites have to deal with. Each episode is full of tips and tricks about our health, maximizing your money, travel hacks, parenting advice, and entertainment. Simply search for Suburban Folk on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, or wherever you get podcasts. You can also join us on our website at suburbanfolk.com.
All right, so after all of that, what a joke,
Yeah.
Then you got the fact that someone says, I don't care if anybody listens to my show. I'm doing this for practice. Practicing for who if you don't want people to fucking listen to your show?
Exactly. Practicing for yourself?
That's fucking pitiful. Mm-hmm. To me, that's a cop-out. That's what people say when they know they're going to fucking fail miserably.
Yeah.
When they know nobody's listening to their shit. It's like reverse psychology. Well, I didn't want y'all to listen to my shit anyway. So don't. And then what do? Out of spite, they listen to your shit, then you get what you really wanted because fuck knows you're so desperate for attention. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't sit there. If I was going to say, I don't fucking want people to listen to my shit and I don't need your attention, why the fuck would I be in the same sentence telling you, blow up the comments? Why are you guys so quiet tonight?
Oh my god.
Say something. Like,
fucking idiot. I swear.
It's like, it's fucking hilarious how many contradictions you can really pay attention enough to pick up. Because I never noticed it until you brought it up. Mm-hmm. Because I never gave this motherfucker that much attention. You know what I mean?
I did, unfortunately.
I never noticed because I didn't really care.
Mm-hmm.
I never paid no mind to it. But eventually you get to a point where it's like, you know what? These are some really nice people in this group just trying to do what the group was made for.
Exactly.
And they're doing it respectfully, and they're doing it properly.
Mm-hmm.
And this motherfucker puts them down. And I happen to know that when you consider something your art form, you're fucking protective of it. Mm-hmm. And yeah, there's going to be people out there that are going to talk shit. You know what I mean? Sure. Yeah. It's inevitable. There's always going to be somebody talking shit. But you still take it personally.
Yeah, of course.
Because that's something you worked your ass off for.
Mm-hmm.
But at least the people that talk shit should have something going for them.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to talk shit about someone, do it better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just fucking at least, so they can say, well, the motherfucker does it way better than I do.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really fucking fault him for thinking that I'm not on his level.
Yeah.
When you're in some fucking, portable shit house recording off a tablet while you take a dump or whatever the fuck it is you do, you're probably in no position to be talking about other people. And I tell you right now, the fucking piss this motherfucker goes to take, probably, the sound quality is probably better than his fucking show. People would probably rather listen to that.
Oh my god. Yes, I agree.
It probably has better acoustics than the fucking shed that he fucking sits in his little
play school shed.
Camping lawn chair. Like a fucking redneck talking bullshit about people who are putting in work. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yep.
And it's hilarious. The second, you just know it's bitterness. Mm-hmm. The second you talk shit about people wasting your money on high quality equipment and shit when you spend that on your family, man. You're not making no money off this shit. And then fucking has a Patreon fucking link on his profile begging motherfuckers for money because he wants to start a podcast and make some fucking money. Says he's been doing this shit for 3 years and nobody knows who the fuck he is. I haven't done 100 shows yet and my shit is on fucking satellite radio. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here. My shit is on Sirius fucking satellite radio, Pandora, you know, fucking all that great shit. Subsidiaries of fucking Podcast One, iHeartRadio, every fucking... You know where it's not? Fucking Anchor.
Garbage.
Fucking clown. When I started out, I fucking tried that garbage, and I was like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? I'm on all these platforms. Why do I need this tool shed fucking cheap shit welfare platform? You know,
with dishonest numbers because it's bots.
Yes, and it's garbage because they fucking steal your shit and they use it for their own purposes and then say, well, you agreed to the rules because you didn't read the fucking fine print and you ain't taking my content and claiming it as your own. Fuck you. Mm-hmm. I don't promote shit that I wouldn't use.
Exactly, so fuck out of here.
So, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Fuck. Next time record that piss you're taking, you might get more hits.
Man taking the world's longest piss.
You might actually get some fucking listeners on that one because it's a lot more talented fucking sounding than anything that comes out of your mouth.
Oh, and I'm just laughing, just going on about that shed. I guarantee, you know, he lives with his mother, and that's his mother's house and his mother's shed, and the dogs are barking. All I can hear is going, Ma! Trying to record a show! Tell the dogs to shut the fuck up!
No, he doesn't care about background noise and shit.
Oh, no, but just his last show, he's like, trying to record a show.
Yeah,
when his
like
dogs
it matters.
are barking.
He wants to sound like he actually wants to be a pro. If you don't know how to fucking edit, don't talk shit about those that spend time editing because they actually care about their sound quality. Mm-hmm. They don't want 17 fucking thousand distracting sounds in the background.
Yep.
They don't want to hear fucking somebody in the next room taking a dump while they're fucking trying to record. You know, like fucking nobody wants to hear that when they're listening to a fucking show.
No.
So this, you know, it's strictly bitterness. It's clearly envy that he just cannot control.
Yep.
So he drinks himself into a fucking fuss and then gets on there salty as piss and fucking
becomes a train wreck.
And just starts reaming people out for fucking being more successful than him. Mm-hmm. Somebody posts in the group trying to get more success for themselves because that's how successful people become successful in the first place is they promote, they advertise, they make motherfuckers aware that their brand exists. And the first thing that they see on their comments is this shiny-headed fuck with holes in his shoes calling them thirsty because he don't like that they're doing big things. You know what I'm saying? And it's hilarious to me. It's just like, could you be more transparent that you're a bitter fuck? You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's so funny to me that it's actually depressing in a way. So my whole thing is I just hope these good people that are working hard on their shit, you know, you'll find your audience, my dudes, trust me. And don't take it to heart. Don't let some bitter scumbag fucking... who obviously gets off on trying to make people feel as miserable as he is, bring you down, or make you quit. Shove it up his ass, man. Fucking do 2 shows a day, and fucking just post links everywhere. Make him fucking pissed that he has to see this shit. Because nobody wants to hear his crap.
No.
You know? And constantly promoting this, I'm on Black Coke Radio, whatever. First of all... You can't spell. You probably were aiming for Black Cock Radio because we know your fucking tendencies. And no one's heard of this shit. Because it's just some fucking white boy that thinks he's, a rapper, from the UK, no less, putting together some kind of fucking so-called radio thing. Dude, it's the fucking internet. It's not a radio. You're not on a Sirius satellite. You're not on fucking iHeartRadio.
Or Public Sound Wave.
You're on motherfucking Anchor. You know what I'm saying? So it's a bit of a stretch to call that your own radio station. Fuck off. So...
oh my goodness.
You have to take this shit with a grain of salt when people that clearly miserable, that have had some shit happen in their life, and I'm not knocking nobody for going through some shit. Fuck knows, I've gone through tons.
Oh, yeah.
But here we have two clear choices. I became successful, and I helped other people. Mm-hmm. This motherfucker chose to be miserable instead and try to make everyone feel as shitty as he does because he doesn't know how to be a man and fucking handle that life gives you a shit hand sometimes. Mm-hmm. You play it right, you'll fucking succeed. Mm-hmm. Telling motherfuckers you made it already when you got fucking your holes in your shoes and you're wearing the same bloody clothes every day and you're fucking working off a tablet and recording with a bloody phone because it's the best you can do in a fucking shed, telling people you made it already? Motherfucker, in your own mind and nowhere further. Mm-hmm. There's 10,000 plus people in that Facebook group, and you've never even broken 1,000 listeners on your stupid little videos or on your show. And your show is on so many platforms. I looked just for fucking fun, and it's on the cringiest fucking low-level platforms. And guess who else is on those fucking platforms? Beginners. Mm-hmm. So why tear them down when you're in the same level as them?
Exactly.
They're actually putting out good product. They're going to get out of that fucking situation with a little bit of effort and promotion. Mm-hmm. So that's why you're trying to shut them down and make them too afraid to promote anymore because they don't want to be picked on. Because you don't want them getting discovered while you're sitting there in your stupid little fucking shithouse shed and talking bullshit, watching all these motherfuckers pass you by while you get ready to go to your bullshit call center job that you can't stand. Mm-hmm. Fuck that. And like I said, call centers, everyone's got to do a job.
Exactly.
I ain't mad at it. Make your money, pay your bills. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the
But
thing.
when you're tearing your fucking job down and you're that miserable, guess what? It's on you to change what you don't like about your life.
Exactly. If you don't like something, do something about it then. If you hate your job, go get another one. I know we've all been there, done that. I've been there myself. Fucking hated where I was working at one point, so I said, fuck this, and I up and left.
I know people. I'm not tearing people down for working at call centers,
No,
if that's
of
what
course.
people think.
Yeah.
I know people that worked call centers that fucking despised it. They said it was soul-sucking,
But they had to do what they had to do.
Right. So it's the situation that I'm
Yeah.
saying is shit. Mm-hmm. It's not anyone's dream profession unless you're the one that created the company from the ground up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just it. People that are working there are happy they're paying their bills, but that's about as happy as they're going to be. They don't want to do that shit because everyone's got their dream. Everyone wants to fucking do something that, to them is not a job. Mm-hmm. The idea of having a fucking great career is never working a day in your life because you love what you do so much that it's like working is a vacation. It's what you love. Mm-hmm. I'm blessed to be able to fucking do that. You know what I mean? Not everyone can because they don't know how to start going about that or, circumstances. And they start to tell themselves a bunch of bullshit like I tried everything. You know what I mean? So this motherfucker's doing a job he's clearly not happy with. He's stated that time and time again, and then puts other people down for doing what they love.
Yeah.
That's textbook envy. Mm-hmm. That is textbook jealousy, if ever I heard it.
Yeah.
And some of these people take it to heart, and then they post things like, "Hey, man, I'm here to promote my show. I'm not here to be, trolled." Or
ridiculed.
Or face all this negativity that I don't need in my life because, one dude's a really positive cat and all the power to him. Mm-hmm. So this motherfucker jumps on a video talking about him saying that and picking on him further. And then talking about this guy's in a wheelchair and whatnot. He's like, I didn't know that. And then proceeds to still tell him his show sucks and that.
Wow.
It's like, you really are a classless fucking scumbag. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I may rub people the wrong way sometimes because I'm an opinionated motherfucker. But at least I have some decency and I don't pick on good people who are just trying to do their thing.
Or, what if they have a disadvantage or a disability, picking on that, pointing that out. Like,
who fucking picks on people that are doing well?
People that are jealous.
People that feel threatened by they're viewing them as competition.
Yes.
They view them as competition. You're a threat because you're going to make it before I ever do. I've been doing it 3 years. That's what he's thinking. I've been doing this 3 years. I'm still in a fucking shed doing this shit on a tablet. Never made a dime in 3 fucking years. Maybe the writing is on the wall and it's starting to get frustrating. Maybe it's a scary thought that you ain't going to make it. You're 34. You've been doing this 3 years and nobody gives a shit. Mm-hmm. So now what do? Change up the plan. Let's start being a dick. Let's start tearing into other people and putting them down so they'll pay attention to me. And it worked for him for a minute. So now it's his shtick, right? Mm-hmm. So it literally went from one comment about, people's shows and you're posting all these links, but you guys suck. And then people are like, whoa, what the fuck was that about? So they comment, and then they, out of curiosity, are like, what would this prick say about my show? So they put their links down. So suddenly he decides, I'm going to do a live video listening to all your shows and telling you what I think about it. Mm-hmm. And then he just rips into everybody's shit, and then it becomes a daily fucking thing. And now he calls that his show. He records his so-called podcast while he's doing this and getting up to take a leak and this, that, and the third. Mm. So that's, if you listen to this fucker's show, that's what you're hearing.
Yep.
Is him just leaving while he plays other people's shit to take a leak.
Taking a drink of beer, a puff of his smoke.
Yeah, and then talking shit about other people's shows while you're sitting there. You're expecting to hear his show, and what you're hearing is a bunch of other people's. Mm-hmm. And
that's all it is.
The only way he could get people to fucking pay attention to his videos is by bribing them. I'll play some of your shit on the air, and then tells them, I'm doing you a favor. You're doing yourself a fucking favor. You're doing yourself a favor because you didn't have no one's attention until you started offering to play other people's shows.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
So that is, if these cats are thirsty, motherfucker, you're dehydrated.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You need fluids because the only way you're going to get a lick of attention from anyone was by playing other people's fucking shows because they had quality content and you don't. You don't know how to form a fucking sentence, let alone put together quality content or stay on track with a thought. So what do? You play someone else's shit that actually knows what they're doing and then tell them they don't. So then they doubt themselves because you don't fucking like it. You feel threatened by them. Get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Go buy a hairpiece, bitch.
Oh, make sure it's a good hairpice, please.
Yeah, Facebook Live with your bald ass distracting head, fucking light shining, blinding young children and shit.
Well, hey, he's trying to rock the bald look like Joe Rogan, but sorry, Joe looks better than you.
If Joe Rogan was fucking homeless, maybe. Fuck me. That dude looks nothing like Joe Rogan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he doesn't.
He thinks he sounds fucking as good as Joe Rogan, I'm sure. He's not. He doesn't. He's trash. He fucking has garbage content. Guess what? Joe Rogan can fucking trail off and get into other fucking conversations because it's an organic conversation he's having with people. Mm-hmm. And he's fucking made it a bajillion times over. And that's what people dig about him. Mm-hmm. You're not him, motherfucker. And you're not having a conversation with nobody else. You're sitting there talking to your damn self, hoping people are watching your stupid little videos, and then getting salty because you're not getting a following.
Fuck off.
It's such a joke.
It is.
It's like, it's a dumpster fire that's just raged out of control. Mm-hmm. And the worse it gets, the more of an ego he gets, which is fucking hilarious to me. Oh
my gosh.
I don't get it.
I don't either.
But, again, you want to give podcast advice? I'm giving you some. Next time, record your piss. The fucking acoustics will be better than your shed. It'll have a better sound quality. And that piss sound will be more intelligent than anything that's ever come out of your fucking mouth. Ooh. So, how about fucking trying that? You might get a following. Mm-hmm. Maybe you'll get a listener base. Mm-hmm. Maybe R. Kelly will listen from prison. Who knows? Fucking clown. Mm-hmm. You ain't got no talent. You ain't got a hope in hell because you ain't trying to improve. So stop knocking motherfuckers that are improving, that do edit their shit, that do fucking care enough about their listeners to try to make it sound good, to try to make it sound like there's not a distracting fucking noise every 3 seconds in the background. Mm-hmm. To, maybe think about what they're going to say. This motherfucker talks about, you guys and your ums and uhs and shit. Mm-hmm. No one wants to hear that. Okay? And then instead of doing that, you smoke and drink so you can grab a thought out of that fucking empty-ass bald head of yours. You know, it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm. It is.
You're switching one thing for another. And guess what? They can edit that shit out. What are you going to do? Edit out the fucking video clips where you stopped everything to drink and smoke? Fuck out of here.
Stupid.
You know, when you have guests, you can take that drink and that smoke and take a puff off your fucking cigarette or your cigar or your weed or whatever the fuck it is, and they can carry the conversation while you do that. That's how conversations work. When people aren't so in love with the sound of their own fucking voice, they have guests and they have fucking people that they have conversations with, and sometimes they let them talk too.
Yep.
Fucking douche.
Idiot.
So, before I wrap this bitch up, you got anything else to fucking say? The last shovel of dirt to throw in this idiot's fucking grave?
No, I think you did a good enough job, but trust me, I think I'm going to be done listening to his shit. It was amusing for like 5 minutes, and now I'm like, yeah, I feel my intelligence slipping, so I'm done. I have no time or patience for someone who's not just a hateful person.
It's actually depressing at this point.
It is. I feel bad. I felt bad.
It was hilarious at first.
And then it's really, I do feel bad in a way. It's like, get some help. Like, seriously.
Yeah, it's kind of depressing at this point.
It is. So, please, buddy, I hope you get some help. That's all I gotta say.
You know, when he drops the bullshit act, he seems like he actually has some redeeming qualities. Like, he might actually be a halfway decent human being. But
it's all buried under that crap.
The second he starts talking about anything that seems like he's not a bad person, the fucking viewership drops. So then it's back to being a cunt. Or maybe he's just fucking that bipolar, I don't know.
Yeah.
Has these fucking mood swings, multiple personalities, who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that shit should not be taken lightly.
No, absolutely
And if it's a shtick, it's played out. It's old.
It is.
And people don't fucking need it.
They don't.
Anyways, fuck this shit. I'm out. I'll catch your asses later.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
Beats your smallness, a destruction of the fear in us. I have yet to know.